I got this question from Emma, who's a marketing manager balancing LSAT prep with working on her personal statement. She writes, I'm planning to take the LSAT in August 2024 and aiming to score 165 plus. Balancing LSAT study and personal statement writing is challenging, especially with time-consuming logical reasoning questions. Also, I'm struggling to find a unique angle for my personal statement that connects my marketing background to law. Any advice? Well, first, I'm asking, why are you aiming to score only 165 plus? You've got several months between now and the August LSAT. Why not aim for a 180? You could improve significantly between now and then, given that you're going to have the spring and the summer to study. I also don't see a reason to balance LSAT prep with working on your personal statement, given that you don't have to have your applications done until the fall. Focus on the LSAT prep for now, aim to master the LSAT and get the highest score possible, then switch gears and focus on your personal statement. Of course, if you want to take a break from LSAT prep to shift gears while doing something productive and working on your application essays, that's totally fine, but there's no need to load yourself up with LSAT and everything applications simultaneously. Yes, of course, logical reasoning is time consuming, and logical reasoning will be two of the scored sections on the LSAT beginning in August 2024. On the plus side, of course, you're not going to have to study logic games at all if you're taking the LSAT starting in August. So there's a plus there. And any gains you make in your logical reasoning understanding will be doubled, given that there are going to be two scored sections of logical reasoning. There are, of course, roughly 15 different types of logical reasoning questions, but they do not all appear in equal frequency. In other words, some question types are more common than others. So I'd recommend, of course, focus on what's going to be most impactful to start with, and then go towards the less common question types. The most common question types you'll see on LSAT logical reasoning are inference questions, meaning must be true and most strongly supported primarily. You also have necessary assumption questions and flaw questions. Then you have the other types like strengthen, weaken, sufficient assumption. Then the less common types like evaluate the argument, cannot be true, resolve the paradox, and method of reasoning. So again, lowest hanging fruit first, focus on what's going to be most impactful, and don't feel like you have to tackle every question type at once. You could devote a week to a given question type, drilling that type, reviewing foundational materials on that type, whether it's in an LSAT prep textbook or in a video course or in live small group coaching sessions via Zoom, like what we offer at LSAT Unplugged. And of course, for more information about those options, you can check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. So you have several months between now and the August LSAT, and you want to focus on logical reasoning, totally fine, but build that foundation first. Drill a given LSAT question type per week, for example, then move on to the next type. Then as for your question about finding a unique angle for your personal statement that connects your marketing background to law, I would always, for any application essay focused on work experience or internships or volunteer work, think about a single compelling anecdote that you want to share about your time in that job. And then use that as a jumping off point to share the lessons learned, the key insights you got from that experience. And then whether you end up relating it to law or not actually isn't that important. Your application as a whole should, of course, paint a clear picture of why you want to pursue law and why you want to go to law school. But not every single application essay needs to do that job. If it doesn't connect to law, totally fine. I would just instead simply think about what lessons did you learn from that experience from your time in that profession. For example, as a marketing manager, someone with a marketing background, of course, market yourself. Treat yourself like one of your own clients and say, how am I going to showcase my experience, my background, my expertise in the most compelling way possible? Of course, it can be hard to do this for yourself. So maybe one of your colleagues in your job can help you think about how best to market yourself. And if you're still struggling with that, that's totally fine. There are a wide variety of ways that we could help you at LSAT Unplugged to craft the most compelling application essays possible. We offer a service where we give you unlimited essay edits for all of your application essays, personal statement, optional essays, addenda, resume, even help requesting letters of rec. We'll help you with all of that, as many rounds of edits and revisions as you need to put together the strongest application essays possible. And things are actually now a little bit different with application essays due to the Supreme Court's ban on affirmative action. Law schools have removed the previous diversity statements and replaced them with so-called adversity statements, and other optional essays. So this means you may need to write more essays for every individual school, but don't worry, we can take the load off your plate and help you focus more on just the LSAT, which you'll be studying for, of course, in the spring and summer in the lead up to August. Anyway, folks, I hope you found this video helpful. I hope, so Emma, that you found this helpful as well. Please do me a favor and share this video with someone who needs to see it. I don't do any advertising for this channel. I rely only on word of mouth to help get the word out, and your sharing the link to this video with someone who would benefit from it really does make a difference. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.